Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Real Speaking Pod. I am your host, Jack, and today I am going to share a warm and useful English practice with you. Our topic is meeting an old friend again. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Now let us begin together. This lesson will help you speak with warmth, ask friendly questions, and describe a meeting that feels very special again after many silent years. Meeting an old friend again means seeing a friend after a long time. Old friend here does not mean the friend is old in age. It means you have known this person for many years, or you knew this person in the past. Maybe you were classmates. Maybe you were neighbors. Maybe you worked together. Maybe you grew up together. Grow up means live as a child and become older. When you meet an old friend again, many memories can return. Today, we will practice English for talking about old friends, memories, greetings, changes, feelings, and catching up. Catching up means talking to someone after a long time and learning what has happened in their life. We will learn phrases like long time no see, how have you been, you look the same, you have changed, do you remember, and let us stay in touch. Stay in touch means continue communicating. These phrases are very useful in real life. Let us begin with one simple sentence. I met an old friend again. Repeat it slowly. I met an old friend again. You can also say, I saw an old friend today. I ran into an old friend. Run into someone means meet someone by chance, not by plan. I met my old classmate. I met my childhood friend. Childhood means the time when you were a child. I had not seen him for many years. These sentences help you start the story. Practice these greeting sentences. Long time no see. How have you been? It is so good to see you. I cannot believe it is you. You look great. You have not changed much. Do you remember me? Of course I remember you. These phrases sound natural when you meet someone after a long time. Natural means normal and comfortable. Now, let us imagine a learner named Daniel. Daniel is walking through the city on a quiet afternoon. He is going to buy a notebook and some tea. The weather is pleasant. Pleasant means nice and comfortable. He passes a small bookshop near the bus station. Suddenly, he hears someone say his name. Daniel, is that you? Daniel turns around. A man is standing near the shop door and smiling. For a moment, Daniel is confused. Confused means not sure or not clear. Then Daniel remembers. It is his old school friend Martin. They studied together many years ago. They sat in the same classroom, played football after school, and shared snacks during break time. Break time means a short rest between classes or work. Daniel's eyes open wide and he says, Martin, I cannot believe it. Long time no see. Martin laughs and says, yes, it has been years. They shake hands warmly. Warmly means in a kind and friendly way. Practice surprise sentences. Is that you? I cannot believe it. What a surprise! It has been so long. I have not seen you for years. You look different. You look the same. I am so happy to see you. Daniel and Martin stand near the bookshop and talk. At first, they do not know what to say because so much time has passed. Then Daniel asks, how have you been? Martin says, I have been good, thank you. What about you? Daniel says, I have been busy with work and English study. This is a common way to start catching up. Catching up often begins with simple questions, then slowly moves into stories. Practice catching up questions. How have you been? What have you been doing? Where are you living now? Are you still working at the same place? Do you have a family now? Do you still play football? Do you remember our old school? These questions help you learn what changed in a person's life. Change means become different. Use these questions kindly and naturally. Do not ask anything too personal too quickly. Martin says he is now working as a photographer. A photographer is a person who takes photos as a job. Daniel remembers that Martin loved taking pictures even at school. Daniel says, that makes sense. You always liked cameras. Make sense means it is logical or easy to understand. Martin smiles and says, yes, I turned my hobby into a job. A hobby is something you enjoy doing in your free time. Daniel feels happy for him. Practice work sentences. What do you do now? I work in an office. I work as a teacher. I work as a photographer. I am studying English. I am looking for a new job. Are you still working there? I changed jobs last year. These sentences are useful when catching up with someone. They help you talk about life changes in a simple way. Daniel tells Martin that he is learning English and listening to podcasts every day. Martin says, "That is great. Your English must be improving. Improving means becoming better." Daniel says, "Slowly, but yes, I am trying." Martin says, "Keep going. That is a good goal. Goal means something you want to do or have." Daniel feels encouraged. Encouraged means feeling more hopeful because someone supports you. Sometimes an old friend can remind you that your effort matters. Now let us talk about memories. A memory is something you remember from the past. Meeting an old friend often brings back memories. Bring back means make something return. Daniel says, "Do you remember our old English teacher?" Martin laughs and says, "Of course. She always told us to speak clearly." Daniel says, "And do you remember the football match behind the school?" Martin says, "Yes, you missed the easiest goal." Daniel laughs. Old memories make the meeting warmer. Practice memory sentences. Do you remember our old school? Do you remember our teacher? Do you remember that funny day? I still remember it. That was a long time ago. We had so much fun. We were young then. Those were good days. These sentences are useful for talking about the past. The past means the time before now. Now let us practice past tense. Present, I meet my friend. Past, I met my friend. Present, we talk. Past, we talked. Present, we laugh. Past, we laughed. Present, we study together. Past, we study together. Present, we play football. Past, we played football. Past tense helps you tell stories about old friendships. When you speak about school days, childhood, or old memories, past tense is very important. Daniel and Martin decide to sit in a small cafe. A cafe is a place where people drink coffee, tea, and sometimes eat snacks. They choose a table near the window. Daniel orders tea, and Martin orders coffee. Order means ask for food or drink in a cafe or restaurant. The cafe is quiet, and soft music is playing. Daniel feels a little emotional. Emotional means full of feelings. He did not expect to meet Martin today. Expect means think something will happen. Practice cafe sentences. Let us sit somewhere. Would you like tea or coffee? I will have tea. I will have coffee. Let us sit near the window. It is nice to talk again. I did not expect to see you today. This is a pleasant surprise. While they drink tea and coffee, they talk about life. Martin says, "Life has changed a lot." Daniel says, "Yes, we are not schoolboys anymore." They both smile. Martin talks about his work, his family, and his travels. Travel means going from one place to another. Daniel talks about his job, his English learning, and his dream to speak fluently. Fluently means smoothly and easily. They listen to each other carefully. Carefully means with attention. Now let us talk about changes. When you meet an old friend, you may notice changes. Notice means see or understand something. A person may look different. They may have a new job, new family, new city, or new dreams. You can say, "You have changed a lot." Or you can say, "You look the same." Be kind when you talk about appearance. Appearance means how someone looks. It is better to say positive things. For example, "You look well." "You look happy." Practice change sentences. You have changed a lot. You look well. You look happy. You still have the same smile. I remember your laugh. Your life sounds interesting. I am happy for you. Daniel realizes something while talking. Realize means understand something clearly. Even though many years have passed, the friendship still feels familiar. Familiar means known and comfortable. They are older now. They have different lives. But some things are the same. The jokes, the memories, the respect, and the feeling of trust. Trust means believing someone is honest and safe. Daniel feels grateful for this unexpected meeting. Grateful means thankful. Now let us practice feelings. I felt surprised. I felt happy. I felt nervous at first. I felt comfortable after a few minutes. I felt emotional when we talked about old memories. I felt grateful to see my friend again. These sentences help you describe the inner part of the story. Inner means inside. A good story tells what happened and how you felt. Martin asks Daniel, "Do you still talk to anyone from school?" Daniel says, "Not many people. I lost contact with most of them." Lose contact means stop communicating with someone. Martin says, "Me too." Life became busy. Daniel nods. Nod means move your head up and down to say yes, or show understanding. Sometimes people lose contact not because they are angry, but because life changes. Work, family, distance, and time can quietly separate people. Practice contact sentences. We lost contact. We stopped talking. Life became busy. I moved to another city. I changed my phone number. We did not stay in touch. I am happy we met again. Let us stay in touch from now on. From now on means starting now and continuing into the future. These sentences are useful when reconnecting with someone. Daniel and Martin exchange phone numbers. Exchange means give something and receive something back. Daniel says, "Let us not lose contact again." Martin says, "I agree. We should meet for tea next month." Daniel says, "That would be nice." They save each other's number. Save here means put information in your phone. This small action makes both of them happy. It turns a chance meeting into a renewed friendship. Renewed means started again or made fresh again. Practice staying in touch. Can I have your number? Let me give you my number. Let us stay in touch. We should meet again. Send me a message sometime. Sometime means at some unknown time in the future. Let us have tea next week. I am glad we met. Glad means happy. These phrases are very useful after meeting an old friend again. Now let us talk about apologies. Sometimes when people meet old friends, they remember that they did not call, did not visit, or did not stay in touch. You can say, "I am sorry we lost contact." "I should have called you. I was busy, but I should have made time." Make time means find time for something important. These sentences can sound honest and kind. Honest means true and real. You do not need to blame yourself too much. Blame means say someone is responsible for a problem. Just speak with warmth. Practice apology sentences. I am sorry we lost contact. I should have called. Life became busy, but I missed our friendship. Miss here means feel sad because someone is not near you. I am happy we are talking again. Let us meet more often. These sentences can help repair connection. Repair means fix something that was broken or weak. Daniel and Martin talk for almost 1 hour. The time passes quickly. Passes quickly means feels short because you enjoy it. Daniel forgets that he planned to buy a notebook. Martin forgets that he had another small errand. An errand is a short task outside the home, like buying something or going to the bank. They are enjoying the conversation. Sometimes friendship can make time feel light. Light here means easy and not heavy. Now, let us build your old friend's sentence bank. I met an old friend today. I ran into him by chance. By chance means not planned. It was a surprise. We had not seen each other for years. We talked about school. We remembered old stories. We drank tea together. We talked about our lives. We exchanged numbers. We decided to stay in touch. I felt happy and grateful. Keep these sentences ready. Now practice questions and answers. Who did you meet? I met an old friend. Where did you meet him? I met him near a bookshop. Was it planned? No, it was by chance. How long had it been? It had been many years. What did you talk about? We talked about school, work, family, and old memories. How did you feel? I felt surprised, happy, and emotional. Will you meet again? Yes, we plan to meet again. Practice more answers. Did your friend change a lot? Yes, he changed, but he still had the same smile. What does he do now? He works as a photographer. Did you remember old stories? Yes, we remembered many funny stories. Did you exchange numbers? Yes, we exchanged numbers. Why was the meeting special? It was special because it brought back good memories. These answers are clear and natural. Now let us practice a short speech. Repeat after me. Today, I met an old friend again. I was walking near a bookshop when I heard someone say my name. At first, I did not recognize him, but then I realized he was my old school friend. We were both surprised and happy. We sat in a cafe, drank tea, and talked about our lives. We remembered old school days and laughed about funny memories. Before we left, we exchanged numbers and promised to stay in touch. You can change this speech for your own life. Maybe you met an old neighbor. Say, I met an old neighbor again. Maybe you met a childhood friend. Say, I met my childhood friend after many years. Maybe you met an old coworker. Say, I ran into an old coworker near the market. Maybe the meeting was planned. Say, we planned to meet after a long time. Make the speech true for you. Now, let us talk about why old friends are special. Old friends know parts of your life that new people may not know. They may remember your school days, your family home, your old dreams, your funny mistakes, and the person you used to be. Used to be means we're in the past. When you meet them again, you may feel connected to your past. Connected means linked or joined. This can be beautiful, but also emotional. It reminds you how much life has changed. Practice reflection sentences. Meeting an old friend reminded me of my past. It made me think about my school days. It showed me how much life has changed. It made me feel thankful. It made me want to stay connected. It reminded me that friendship can continue even after a long silence. Silence here means a long time without communication. These sentences help you speak in a deeper way, but they are still simple. Now, let us do final speaking practice. Answer these questions aloud. Have you ever met an old friend again? Where did you meet? Was it planned or by chance? How long had it been? What did you say first? What did you talk about? Did you remember old stories? Did you exchange numbers? How did you feel after the meeting? Pause when you need time. Answer simply, I met. We talked. I felt. One helpful practice is the Old Friend Journal. A journal is a place where you write your thoughts. Write 5 sentences about an old friend. I have an old friend named We Met at School. We used to play together. I have not seen him for a long time. I hope we meet again. Then make it longer. I remember his laugh, his kindness, and the funny stories from our school days. Writing helps you remember words and feelings. Another helpful practice is the catching up conversation. Imagine you meet an old friend. Ask 5 questions. How have you been? Where are you living now? What are you doing these days? Do you remember our old school? Can we stay in touch? Then answer the questions for your friend or for yourself. This practice prepares you for real conversations. Prepare means get ready. Remember, meeting an old friend again can be surprising, warm, emotional, and meaningful. It can bring back memories, reopen old conversations, and remind you of who you were before. You can use simple English to greet, ask questions, share stories, talk about changes, apologize, and stay in touch. A meeting that lasts 1 hour can give you many useful sentences and a beautiful memory. Before we finish, remember this: an old friend can open a small door to your past and also give you a new chance for friendship today. Thank you for listening to Real Speaking Pod. I am Jack, and I am proud of you for practicing today. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep learning English from everyday life. Your English voice is growing, one warm greeting, one shared memory, and one renewed friendship at a time.